On this week's show, I wanted to do something that would allow me to strengthen all of my skill sets. So when I asked Scott Mortara what would be the best way to spend our time, without skipping a beat, he said karting.
So go-karting will teach you quick hands, which is essential. It'll teach you car control, which is another huge thing. Car control will make you go faster.
So what kind of range is there among different go-karts and the top speeds that they can achieve?
Speeds vary with go-karts. You can start off with the most basic kind that will run 5, 10, 15 miles an hour, but some of the professional karts go well over 100 miles an hour.
Wow.
And when you're doing that an inch or so off the ground, it's a completely different sense from when you're doing 60, 100 miles an hour in a car. Even 15 miles an hour in a car feels a lot different when you're in a go-kart.
So Scott's one of my favorite people to go on shoots with. We work really well together. He's a great teacher, he's got a wealth of information to share, and we always have a really great time. And we'll do some friendly competition, we'll do some time trials, end with a drag race, and then right over there, I'm gonna be standing on that top block.
Oh, I don't think so.
Well, we'll see.
Oh, you're on.
All right. Before we got on the karts, we did our customary walk around the track. It's a really good practice, helps you become familiar with the turns, the apexes, the braking points, and you can sort of get a lay of the land. We did the same thing when we did our autocross video, which aired on the downshift. If you didn't see it, check it out. And that really helped my overall performance and my sense of the entire picture of the course.
In the autocross, Jessi could ride with me in the car and I could talk her through a lap. You can't do that with go-karting. Any information you can get beforehand is always helpful. Going out on a track blind can get you in a lot of trouble. Each corner is different. Some you want to take wide, some you want to take tight. The line is different at a corner. Sometimes you want to stay tight on the left-hand side because that will then set you up for the next corner that might be on the right. So you either have to do lead follow, which we did, and walk the track so you can really explain after every session, and that'll just, again, get Jessi quicker and improve your skills every time.
After walking the course, I then asked Scott to take the kart out by himself so I could just see the way he was navigating this track, and I wanted to watch his lines. So throughout the day, we were both trying to enhance our own skill sets. That's the coolest thing about karting, is that you could have some, people with varying skill levels all gain from that experience together.
With these karts, you've got to be really precise and hit your corners exactly the way they need to be hit, because those shark's teeth and those bumps help the car rotate and get you around the corners.
We worked on different maneuvers. I was working on hitting the apex, paying great attention to all of the braking zones, and throughout the day became actually pretty quickly comfortable and was rocketing around the track, just foot down the whole time. But I tried to do a couple little spin outs and every now and then ended up in a pile of dirt next to a hay bale and had to try to push the cart back onto the track. Halfway through the day, we're both super comfortable on the karts. We're going full speed. We've been going full speed for hours by this point. And he's just a little bit behind me. I'm coming around a tight turn, and all of a sudden, man, out of nowhere, I boom, get rocketed into the hay bales off the side of the track. And I had no idea what was going on or how I had been propelled so far from where I'd been.
Yeah, the crash.
And you should have seen Scott's reaction, right? He's a really safe driver and he's a really great coach. So he rushes over to my cart and with this intense energy asks me, "Are you okay?" And I was fine. I was giggling. I didn't even really know what had happened. And all I was thinking about was, please tell me we got that on tape. Halfway through the day, we were having the time of our lives burning rubber, but we needed to keep our energy up, so we stopped for our lunch break. Whew. So this is like the part in a Pantene hair care commercial where the girl takes off her helmet and her hair's supposed to look beautiful. Fiction, reality. Whew. So then, of course, we had to have some friendly competition. So we began with some time trials. All right, we're now conducting our time trials. So he's doing a practice lap. Once he swings around, comes to these white lines, the clock will start. And our competitions are always super fun because we'll both take it ridiculously seriously. And of course it's all in fun, and when the race is over, we're just laughing hysterically. But we try, we go hard, and nobody wants to lose. All right, he's an awesome driver, but again, I weigh 100 pounds. He weighs twice that. So He's at a terrible disadvantage, and it sucks because I want to win, you know, the clean way. But at this point, I'll take any advantage I can get.
Lapping competition went about as expected. Again, because, not trying to make excuses, but again, power to rate ratio does come into play here.
50.1. 50.1. I got this. And so then it was my turn for the time trials, and I had no doubt that I had this.
But she's going to do really good out here. She's picked this up very quickly. She understands about the racing line, about hitting her turn-in points. This isn't a track where you actually need brakes. And let's see how she does on a hot lap here. Lost a little time there. She definitely went a little wide. Good, up to the hill, to the flat. A little bit better. She lost a little bit of speed, but entered it better. Five, 6, 7.
Jessi ended up being, I think, about 2 seconds faster, and she should have been even faster than that. But she wasn't hitting her corners quite as good as she could. She definitely improved from when we started, but she definitely left a couple seconds out there.
That was a 47.5. Good lap, very clean lap, but again, saw a couple mistakes that she made. She can again be quicker. Yep.
After the time trials, then we wanted to drag race. Now I knew that I should be able to win, and so I was definitely confident, edging on the side of cocky. Before the race began, we of course gave each other menacing glares, talked a bunch of trash, and then we were off.
Yeah, the drag race, that was kind of funny. Knew from the get-go, again, weight, power, big disadvantage on my part. Was going to try and distract her, throw her off a little bit. Didn't happen. She was focused, and of course, I mean, the results were as expected. She absolutely smoked me.
Back when we did autocross, Scott made me do push-ups for every cone I hit, so it was nice to kind of have the tables turn and to get to razz him a little bit. Victory!
The next step, we'll move things up a little bit, and hopefully I will get my revenge. Revenge sounds right. Does that sound mean?
So until Scott and I engage in our next competition, I will be wearing the belt.